Hi everyone, I am Ashley Flickling and I am here to give you a crash course on what clean eating is. So a little background on me real quick. I am a star diving coach with Beachbody. I am a stay-at-home mom with a 3-year-old and a 10-month-old, both boys. Hence my beautiful hairdo and my awesome outfit. So I've been trying to make this video for about an hour now, and hopefully I can get through it this time without somebody waking up from their nap. So I wanted to make this video because one of the biggest objections that I get when I talk to people about their nutrition and their health and fitness journey is that they can't do healthy eating. They can't eat clean. It's too much work. It's too expensive. And a bunch of other reasons. So I wanted to make this video to kind of break it down and kind of explain what it really is that you're looking in your food. So basically what clean eating is eating real whole food, not processed stuff. It's cutting the crap out of your diet. So carbonated beverages, refined sugars, artificial flavors and colorings, and processed foods. Now, processed foods is where a lot of people get hung up because their lunch meat and chips and cookies and all that stuff. Trust me, I love all that stuff too. I mean, who doesn't? It's delicious. But it's so full of chemicals and bad stuff that it's really not good to be eating on a daily basis. Of course, everybody indulges, of course, but as part of your daily diet, it's not fantastic. So anyway, one of what you want to look for when you go to the grocery store is look at labels. Well, first of all, you want to buy whole food, things that don't have labels, like apples, bananas, avocados. Your meat should be lean protein. It shouldn't have preservatives in it. I actually just started going to the butcher shop, the local butcher shop, to get our meat. It is a little more expensive, but it's organic. There's no, the animals aren't pumped full of hormones, and the meat isn't pumped full of preservatives, because it's not coming from across the country or across the world. It's coming from a couple towns over. So it doesn't need to be highly preserved. So it doesn't have all that extra stuff in it. And your fruits and vegetables, same deal. They're covered in pesticides and herbicides and insecticides that you really don't want inside your body. The people that apply them wear ridiculous hazmat suits, so why would you want to put that in your body if the people putting them on the plants don't want it on them? So we also buy our fruits and vegetables I do buy a lot of my groceries from Aldi, but I try and buy most of my produce from the local farm stand by my house. Again, it doesn't need to be covered in all the stuff because it's grown locally, so it's fresher, it's better, all that good stuff. You don't want that stuff in when I first started eating clean, the first week that I did it, I dropped 6 pounds because all of the extra hormones that they put into your meat to make it bigger and fatter and all that stuff, guess what it's doing when it gets inside you? It's making you bigger and fatter. Maybe not, like by leaps and bounds, but accumulatively, that's what it's doing. And so when you cut it out, cut out the chemicals, cut out the preservatives, it's amazing. Like the weight just falls off. It's just gone. So I encourage you to try it, even if it's just for a couple days. give it a shot. But you want to cut the crap out of your diet. So the carbonated beverages, I know that's a stick for a lot of people. Pop, it's delicious, I get it. But try carbonated water. I know it's not the same, but your body will thank you. You'll be so much more hydrated. You'll have fewer, well, at first you might not have fewer headaches, but after drinking it for a couple days, you will have fewer headaches. You won't be as tired. Yes, you'll have to pee a lot, but get over that, okay? It's really not that big of a deal. So back to the ingredients list. When you're looking at a package, I should have had a package here. Let's go find one. So say, okay, peanut butter. My fellow moms, peanut butter and jelly is a staple, right? Right. So my peanut butter is in the refrigerator because it's all natural. So I got this at Target. You want to have your products to have very few ingredients. So basically it should be what the product is, and maybe one or two other ingredients, because you want whole foods. So here's my Smucker's all natural peanut butter. We're a chunky peanut butter kind of family. And the ingredients are peanuts and 1% or less of salt. Can you read that? Probably not. But that's the kind of stuff that you're looking for. It should be very few ingredients. Everything else is a chemical or a preservative, and you don't need it. There is something to be said for convenience, but for like a general baseline, what you're feeding your family on a daily basis, you really don't want all that stuff in your food. So the fewer ingredients, the better. Another great example is sour cream. You go to pick up your sour cream and you're like, oh, I'll get the low-fat version or the non-fat version. No, don't do that. Just get the regular sour cream. Why? Because, and pardon my language, but when you see non-fat or low-fat stuff, you should really interpret that in your brain as chemical shitstorm, because they just loaded it up with a bunch of chemicals to neutralize the ingredients in the sour cream that is fattening. So you don't want it. Just go with the regular sour cream. And don't like slather your tacos in it. Use some portion control. But go with the all natural stuff. As far as what you should drink, like I said, we're cutting out carbonated beverages, right? So no more pop. Try and do, if you're a carbonation person, I'm really not. So that wasn't something that was hard for me to kick. But carbonated beverages, go with a carbonated water like LaCroix or Dasani and Aquafina both have carbonated waters out now. I'm not 100% sure on the ingredient list, so check that. The sugar content, because that might be a problem, but check those out. Green tea and black tea are awesome. I have a peach green tea by Tazo that I will make, and after it brews and stuff, I throw it in the refrigerator, and I'll drink that as like an iced tea because it's got a little bit of flavor in it with the peach. Or you can put whole fruit in the tea to give it some flavor. Just like you can do the same thing with plain old water. I like just plain water with some ice, but if you want flavor, cut up some strawberries, some cucumbers, throw some blackberries in there, orange slices, lemon slices, lime slices, a lot of different stuff you can throw in there to give it some flavor. So it's not just plain boring water. And then black coffee. I know, I'm a stickler. I love my creamer with my coffee, but it is full of chemicals and it's really bad, but I just can't let it go. So I'll get out my tablespoon and I'll measure out just 1 tablespoon. I used to do like 2 or 3, but I've been weaning myself off and I'm down to just 1 tablespoon, which is 1 serving. And that's hidden calories in there. There's 35 calories. So if I was doing 3 tablespoons, that's 100 calories. Excuse me. that you're adding to your coffee, which could be a 0-calorie beverage. Just think about that. So there's hidden calories there. So I do a lot of my shopping at Aldi and Target. Like I said, Aldi has a fantastic organic line called Simply Nature, and every time I go shopping there, it has expanded a little bit more. They have like the little applesauce pouches that I use for my kids all the time. They have mini applesauces in the cup. They have chips and salsa. They have meats. They have, now I'm drawing a blank, popcorn. They have a whole line of stuff, and every time I go to Aldi, there's something new. They've got, last time I was there, they had quinoa chips. Oh, sweet potato chips from the Simply Nature from Aldi. Amazing. One of my favorite snacks. Because they're organic. So there's 3 ingredients, a little bit of salt, of course sweet potatoes, and then sunflower oil. Boom. That's it. Doesn't get better than that. And it's only like $1.99 or $2.99 for a big old bag. So it's priced very competitively, which if you were to buy probably an organic brand of chips at a different grocery store like Jewel or Strax, it would probably be $3 or $4 or even $5 for the bag. So definitely check that out. So those, oh, one more thing about lunch meat, because as a mom, you know, my kids eat lunch meat. So how do you get around that? That's highly processed. Aldi has nitrite and nitrate-free lunch meats in their lunch meat section. You can, I'm sure you could find those at Strack Van Til or Jewel also, but as far as staying within budget, I would stick with Aldi, because I believe it's $2 for a package, and my husband just took it to work, so I don't know the package size, but definitely check those out. Stick with whole grain breads. A sprouted Ezekiel bread is fantastic. Otherwise, you know, just plain old whole wheat. And breads can get kind of tricky with the preservatives and stuff, but whole wheat is good. You know, the white bread is full of all of your refined sugars and all that good stuff that we're trying to avoid. But then, you know, everybody has something that they're not willing to compromise on. So if that's it, go with your white bread and eliminate other stuff. You know, this isn't about perfection. We're only human. We're not going to be perfect. Our kitchens aren't going to have the perfect organic, you know, lineup. These are just a couple tips that I have found, things that breaks it down a little bit, makes it a little bit easier to understand. My next video is going to be the difference between organic, GMO, vegan, vegetarian, gluten-free, dairy-free, the differences between all that, because that can get kind of crazy. So I hope this helped a little bit. And yeah, I will see you next time.